Okay, this video is about how to delete a file with a long file name on Windows 10. I tried to delete this folder here, and it has a file with a long file name on it. So when I try to delete, I click delete here, and it gives me this error code here. Give me this error code. So the solution, I think, for this problem, I might gonna have to use another operating system to get to the Windows 10 folder and try to delete that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna test it out to see if Linux Mint I can do that with Linux Mint. So I'm gonna download the 64-bit Linux Mint 19.1. I'm gonna use a torrent here, and I'm gonna save it to the downloads folder here on Linux Mint here. So I'm going to save it to the downloads here. So I recommend to use a torrent, qubit torrent. I would suggest to use qubit torrent. It's very quick to download files with torrent is much faster to download using a torrent client. This one here. Let's see how fast I'm getting. I'm getting 4.4 megabit per second. So I'm going to pause the video here until the download is completed, and I'm going to show how you can verify the ISO and how we're going to create a Linux Mint live USB. So I'm going to pause here, wait for the video to wait until the download is completed. Okay, download is completed. So I'm gonna close this. You can leave it you can leave it seated. Okay, now what we're gonna do now, we're gonna download two software here. The first one is the link will be on the video description on YouTube. So it's a MD5 and SHA checksum utility. This to verify the ISO is not corrupted or it is the original image from Linux Mint. And the other one is going to be Rufus. Okay, let's see. And the other one is going to be Rufus. So we're going to download I'm going to download you can download the portable here, save it to the downloads folder, and the other one here, you just have to do is click download here. I already have it saved on my computer here. Let's see here. No, it's not that one. Linux Mint. So I'm down. Delete this. This one I can delete this. Also, I have to download. The. I have to download the SHA-256 sum here from Linux Mint. So what we have to do is right click here, save as, then put on the same location of the Linux Mint ISO. You can leave this open, so we're gonna verify this. So I'm gonna download, I forgot to download this one here on this computer. But I also have on Google Drive. I will provide the link of this software on the Google Drive here. I'm going to provide a link on the Google Drive because on this website here it's kind of slow to download software here. Too much advertisement on this website. Come on, that fucking slow website. This CNET is the worst website to download software. Okay, anyway, I have the. Let's see if we're going to start the download. Well, fucking slow. So I will have this on the Google Drive here, a link to download. I don't like to download the stuff from cnet.com. This website's the worst website to download software. So anyway, so what you're going to do here, you're going to install the SHA MD5 SHA checksum utility. So what you're going to do here, you're going to select just SHA-256 here, and you're going to click Browse here. You go to Linux Mint, the Downloads folder, Linux Mint, select the ISO, click Open, and here on the we download the Cinnamon 64-bit here. So the the SHA-256 sound is this one here. I'm gonna copy this one here, and I'm gonna have this right here. So Linux Mint 19.1 Cinnamon edition. So that's how we create. That's how we're gonna create a live USB. Once you create the live USB, we can boot this computer and go to the Windows 10 partition, and then you go to the desktop, the file name, and then we're gonna delete it from there. I look everywhere, I install additional software to delete this file system. I couldn't delete even from the Microsoft forum. A lot of people try to delete files and they cannot delete it. So on GNU/Linux, so now you copy and paste the hash here, click verify, and it has to say here SHA-256 hash is match. So it means that the software is exactly the software that the Linux Mint team created. There is nothing wrong with the software, nothing is added, nothing is removed. The download is not corrupted. So now what we're going to do here, we're going to install Rufus. So I'm going to use this USB flash drive here. I'm going to use the USB flash drive here. I'm going to connect to the computer. Once it's connected, it's going to show up here, no label, 8 GB. So what we're going to do here, we're going to select the image here, click select here, go to the folder where you save the ISO. In my case is on downloads, Linux Mint here, double click there. Now it says Linux Mint 19.1 Cinnamon. We're going to use FAT32. You just have to do click start here. Click yes. Click OK here. Click OK. Remember that the flash drive that you're going to use, you have to remove the files that you have on the flash drive. You have to remove you have to back up the flash drive, because everything is going to be the flash drive will be formatted. So any files that you have there, you're going to lose it. So make sure you back up that. On Windows 10, you're only going to delete the file that I created. I'm not just going to delete the file that I created, which is this folder here. Any other folder from Windows, especially if it's the file for the system to work, you not delete that. And if you plan to delete other files, I recommend that you download the Windows 10 ISO from Microsoft, create a bootable USB with the Windows 10, back up your files to an external hard drive, and then you use the Linux Mint to delete the files. That's what I do. I always have a backup of my files on external hard drive. I also have I multiboot on this computer here. I have 55 operating systems installed, but I will show how you create a live USB with Linux Mint. Linux Mint is one of the easiest operating systems to work outside the Windows and Mac, and is very easy to use it. And on this guide here, I'm showing how you download, how you verify the ISO, how you create the live USB, how you wanna boot this computer with the Linux Mint, and how you wanna go to the partition that has the Windows 10. So I'm going to show all the information there. It's going to look a little bit different on your computer because I have multiple partitions, but mine I label all the partition. I know which one is the Windows 10 partition. So and this image this live USB you can boot on legacy BIOS and UEFI BIOS. Okay, now you just have to click close here. I'm just gonna unplug the USB. I'm gonna connect it again to make sure you got all the files that I have on the. Okay, it says here EFI here, so that's good. So I have the flash drive connected to the computer now. Now I'm gonna. You have to disable. Before you do that, you have to go here on. Let's see. On power option, you have to disable. You have to disable. You have to disable fast startup. So you click additional power settings here. Then you click here on the top left. Choose what the power button does. Then you click here, change settings that are currently unavailable. And on your computer is going to be checked the turn on fast startup. You have to disable it and click save settings. And now what we're going to do now, we're going to disable secure boot, right click, go to system, go to settings, go to update and security, click on recovery on the left side here, click on the advanced startup here, click on restart now. We're going to boot to UEFI firmware settings, and we're going to disable secure boot, so you're going to be able to boot to the Linux Mint live USB. After the installation, after you delete the file, you can boot back to Windows, and you can activate the fast startup. And here you click troubleshoot, click advanced option, click UEFI firmware settings, click on restart here. My security boot on my computer is already disabled, so if you plan to install Linux Mint in the future, you're better off to leave that option off and the fast startup off too. With fast startup on, you're not going to be able to access the Windows 10 partition. So to disable security boot, to click on security, and security boot is going to be enable. You click, you disable, then you click F10 here to save and exit, and then on this computer I have to press F12 to select the boot device. So I'm gonna have to be pressing F12 here. On other computers is F11, F2, delete. Okay, as you can see here is SanDisk Cruiser Blade. That's the flash drive I'm using. I'm gonna boot, and I'm gonna start. It's gonna take like maybe a minute or two to boot up to the live operating system. So let's connect the cable. So the live, you should keep the live USB from Linux Mint on the side, because if you have any problem with your computer, with the hard drive, you still can use your computer with the live USB from Linux Mint. Can go use the internet, use the LibreOffice to do some Office documents with that, and also this is an operating system that has everything. And so what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna use the file browser here, this one here, and then we're gonna go to, like I said, my computer has a lot of partition here. I label everything. But on Windows, I label everything. So Windows 10 is gonna have these folders here. It's gonna have a document and settings here. When you double click here, you're gonna see your username. My username is Renato. So I go to desktop. That's where the file is. And this is the file here. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to select delete, and that's it. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to shut down the computer, restart the computer, click restart, and I'm going to, as soon as the computer restart, I remove the USB here, and like I said, I have multiple operating systems installed on this computer. I have Android here and the other operating systems. I'm going to boot to Windows. See, there is no Linux Mint there, so you should save this Linux Mint Live USB here, because if you, I try different, I search the web, and they show to install different software here to get to delete the file, and I could not delete the file. It gave me an error. I tried different ways to do it. Then I decided I want to show how you can, the easy way to delete this file without installing any software in your computer. That's how you do it Linux Mint. So the first thing you're gonna see on the desktop is you're not gonna see that folder anymore. So today's date's Friday. So I'm gonna log in here. And like I said, there is no more folder on my desktop over here. So my next video is going to be on how to do a boot Linux Mint 19.1 Cinema Edition with Windows 10. Let's see, I have Google Chrome here. I didn't close it, that's why it opened here. So the next video, I'm gonna just write it down here. It's gonna be 2018. How to do boot Linux Mint 19.1 with Windows 10. So how to do a boot Linux Mint 19.1 with Windows 10. Windows 10. That's gonna be my next video. So if you like this video, head over to my channel here, the Operating System World, and if you like the video, please like, subscribe and share. I'll see you on the next video.